Welcome to the Arcade Lunch Legends podcast, featuring Jared Soto and Michael Tierney, coming to you direct from the deepest depths of their employer's lunch hour. With their powers combined, a new podcast is born, and a new dawn arises.
There we go. Welcome back. All right.
Yeah.
Back for another lunch.
Yep. Back for another lunch. Back for another blip in our life. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with
A
that.
slice of life. A slice
Yep.
of our day.
Yeah.
Here's another serving of a slice of our day right now.
Yeah.
All right. So what we got going on? We're talking about the state of games today.
Yeah.
How it may be in disarray, or it may be the best that games have ever been.
Yeah. Like I said, I think there's a giant fracture in between two camps. There's big AAA developers that just want your money and don't really care what you think.
Yeah.
And then there's the people that actually care about how you feel and want you to experience life-changing games or just have fun. Because there
is one that they just want to have.
There's some that are like, we're just making this so you have fun. And then there's some developers that are like, I'm going to change your life and make you think a completely different way for the rest of it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of game developers in between. Like you said, the big game developers are just out there to make money.
Yeah.
And they got shareholders. They got to increase the revenue. They got to, sell.
Yep. Yeah.
Capitalism.
People who don't want to talk to you, don't care what you think, just want you to empty your bank account into their game.
Yeah.
And usually those games are not good.
Well, I mean, they're like well made, but like they don't have that much of an impact on you.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. They're just like mindless drones.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, but also there's a lot of game developers getting into games to make money, which is another thing too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, why are you making your game?
Just to make money.
Well, because Flappy Bird made $300,000 a day at his peak.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here learning, Android development and game development and looking up all the YouTube videos.
Well, I mean, if they want to make good money, then make good games. I feel like that's...
But then you ask the Flappy Bird developer, hey, why'd you make Flappy Bird? It's like, well, it's kind of just a test,
Yeah.
It could have been like a test or like a simple,
Just
I
mess
just
with
wanted to
them.
make a game. I
Yeah.
wanted to make something that was like challenging, fun, simple.
Yeah.
And people loved it.
And what did we learn? That people will have fun with the simplest thing.
Yep.
I don't know. That sounded good. It's like, I had a ton of fun when I played it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, there's certain things that take off. And like you could tell there's some, especially if they're simple, and there's some game developers that do a lot of like complicated things.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. And then you have, what was it? Oh, when Fortnite first started, they started out as a tiny little, like a zombie game. It started out as a zombie. I think it came from Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh.
It started out as Plants vs. Zombies. And then they like turned it into an actual 3D thing. And then that was like the start of Fortnite, where it was like this open beta. They were trying to create the fun little zombie game. And then they saw how well, I don't even know if they took it from somewhere else. They might have started it.
Like the whole building
The
mechanic?
Battle Royale thing.
Oh, Battle Royale? No, they didn't start Battle Royale.
Well, they turned this.
There's always been a last man standing type of
Yeah, I
game
guess
type.
that's true.
Every first person shooter. Going back to like Quake.
Yeah. So they turned this goofy little zombie game into a multi-billion-dollar mega industry now. I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the biggest thing in gaming since, I don't know.
Probably since like Minecraft,
Have you
Super
seen
Mario Brothers.
Yeah, have you seen the ending of chapter 6 in Fortnite? Have you seen that? You should look that up. It's insane. I mean, there's Godzilla, K-pop demon hunters,
I did see some trailer like that.
what's that anime chick with the long blue hair?
Oh, Miku.
Yeah,
I forget her full name, but yeah.
You got her standing on Godzilla's face, and they're doing their laser beam things at the big monster or whatever. I watched a playthrough of that, and I was like, "What are we doing?" I mean, it looks like
It's
it was
a-
probably so much fun to be a part of because it's like this big live service thing with a bunch of actual players fighting or whatever.
Yeah.
It was probably so much fun, but
Well-
at the same time, it's like, what even is this?
So I saw that trailer. I saw that video. And it's like this is the closest thing to Ready Player One
Yes. Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you look at Ready Player One, the movie, it's like the same type of thing. All kinds of like pop culture references
I saw
in the game.
like a side by side of that scene from Ready Player One and the Fortnite thing, and I was like, it looks exactly the same. Like even some of the notable moments, like written moments in that whole thing, kind of mirror some of the stuff that happens in that movie.
Yeah. I can see that.
But yeah, I mean, Fortnite really is that community or whatever you want to call it in Ready Player One. Because it's not just a run around shooting game. There's like other people building different worlds in there. Like there's like platforming games in there, racing games. It's like everything you can think of in one game.
Yeah, that's true. But do you like it? Or do you think it's like the wrong path, the
I don't
wrong
know,
direction?
I've never been skilled enough for like the online shooter thing. I mean, maybe if I played it for hours on end and got really good at it.
PC game.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't really play a lot of PC games. But I don't know. It's never really been my bag. I like the big sprawling story games. I've said that forever, but I used to play a lot of Fortnite when it first came out, back when it was just like the guys in the skeleton costumes before it became pop culture references and Kim Kardashian.
Yep.
So yeah.
Can you really play as Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, they just released it
Oh,
recently.
gee.
Yeah.
So just from that alone, I think gaming as in general is on a downward trajectory. I think we probably peaked at somewhere recently, and it's kind of going on a downward trajectory.
Well, with all that being said, with the live service stuff, I think at the same time, we have a whole bunch of stuff in the way of indie development that makes me think otherwise.
So yeah, you're right. So maybe big company gaming is on a downward trajectory and indie gaming is on an upward trajectory.
Yeah. And it just hit a giant boost with the Game Awards.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to get inspired by the Expedition 33 sweep.
I mean, there's a bunch of indie game and then they bring into question like what is an indie game?
Yeah.
They're like publisher, a non-normal publisher type game. But anyways, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Expedition 33. Was there any other there's a bunch of small games. I forget. There was like,
Is Hades 2 considered indie?
I think so. Yeah. I think it was in the indie category. There was a bunch of small games, but they were like
That Mega Bonk?
Yeah.
But he wasn't in it because he was like, no, I don't deserve this award. I'm not.
Indie developer.
No, it's because he's not. That wasn't his debut game.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah, but at least he had the honor to stand up and be like, no, I'm not. I shouldn't be eligible for this award.
We're like, I'm such a small indie developer that nobody knows anything about me. This is not my debut game.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, that was cool.
With Expedition 33 sweeping as an indie game, which people say it's debatable, but I think they're still indie.
Yeah.
And that statement that he said when it might have been Game of the Year. I don't remember which award it was. There was 9. But he was like,
One of the 9 speeches, yeah.
he said, thanks to all the people that put their videos on YouTube on how to make a game.
Yep.
I feel like that right there is enough for people to be like, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna learn how to make a game.
Yeah, we were talking about this before, like the advent of Unreal Engine coming out, and all these any other game engine, whether it's like Godot, what's the other one, Unity, whatever, RPG Maker.
Yeah.
Because these tools are out,
Mm-hmm.
it's just opening up the doors to anybody. I remember I went to like CompUSA, and I remember saving up for I don't know how long to buy this like game programming like software package and a book.
Yeah.
It was like a thick dictionary type book, and it came with the CD with the I think it was a C++ type, you know, development package, whatever.
Right.
And maybe like I went through like 2 tutorials or whatever to make like a calculator and something else. And I'm like, no, this is pretty.
This is pretty technical.
This is getting out of my league. I was probably like 11 years old at the time.
Maybe
Thought it was
chance
cool.
now.
Or maybe now, yeah. But I thought it was cool. But it was like way out of my league. But now I throw on Unreal Engine, 5, whatever. Hey, I can start throwing in, models, do textures, look up a video. Oh, I could change, change the lighting, add lighting, do particles, do whatever. All within like, a couple days.
Yep.
Like the learning curve is like lower.
Yeah.
And like your results at the end of your time is like much higher.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember playing around with Unreal and just messing with textures and stuff. And I feel like if I had the time to really dive in, I could probably put something together.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I were really like, I'm going to make a game, like quit my job and just start learning.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like that's totally possible to do now.
Yeah.
15 years ago, you got to be like deep into programming and like everything else to even get going.
The barrier of entry is almost non-existent these days
for
any type of game development.
Yeah, I can't even like think like way back in the day, your best bet of getting into game development would be like making a mod for like an existing game.
Yeah.
You get the Doom engine, you reskin it, make a mod. There you go. You're not building the Doom engine.
Yeah, it's already there.
So that's
You're just like changing it.
Yeah, that's next level development and mathematics and physics and everything. So like things have changed, and I think it's good. But on the other hand, I think it's not that good too, because you get a bunch of like half-baked stuff out there.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll always be like a flood of like just meme games but I mean that's what people got to do to kind of learn how to do it. So
yeah, and I think some of the cool like not a meme game, but some of the like meme. It's not meme, but like some of the trailers of half-baked games. So you would see a trailer or a gameplay video about like an Unreal Engine 5 Superman game.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Or The Flash, or some crazy, superhero game that they put the character in Unreal Engine and they give him a bunch of mechanics and then let him loose in some, sandbox.
I remember there was one that I saw recently where it kind of reminded me of that that scene from one of the latest episodes of My Hero Academia where he's like flying through the buildings and stuff and just like blowing up the buildings. I remember seeing a game like that where it looked like it was something in like early development.
Yeah. So like you get a lot of videos like that where on one hand you're like, oh, that's super cool. Why can't the big companies just do this and just give me this?
Right.
Like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
But I want it to be like more polished or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, but and then like 5 years, 10 years go by, and there's nobody bridging that gap.
Yeah.
You still got your big companies making the games that they try to make everybody like,
Yeah.
but they don't give you what you really want.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always been like a thorn in my side. Like, this is close, but it's not like that piece of perfection that I've been chasing after.
Yeah. It was almost like I had that feeling when we were playing God of War here. We're going through the first area. And like I'm, hacking and slashing with the axe. And I'm like, and we played on normal or like the step above normal
Yeah.
difficulty. And I'm hacking and slashing, takes 5 hits per. I'm like, this is getting kind of boring.
Well, I think it was more just the fact that they were hit sponges.
But it was like the regular enemies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then I turned down the difficulty all the way down, easy. And then Kratos is one-shotting the enemies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is what I want.
This is
What I want.
This is more lore accurate to Kratos.
Yeah.
He's just one-shotting the
One-shotting the fodder enemies, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so it's like that was a weird thing where in the same game, at first I was like, nah. Well, it wasn't that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You turn down the difficulty and then you feel like Kratos is more powerful, whatever. It starts like just one-shotting everything. I'm like, this is the way it should be.
Yeah.
Which is like weird, it's like a weird
Yeah.
instance.
I love God of War. Like, it's probably one of the best games I've ever played, in my opinion, obviously. But one thing that really bugged me about the new God of Wars is that you can't jump. I don't know why that bugs me so much. But like, no matter what game it is, you should always be able to just press X and jump.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. That's like such a nitpick, but
and like if you're able to jump, you should be able to jump and then attack. And your
Yeah.
attacks are different.
yeah, like a Dark
Or
Souls,
Yeah.
Elden Ring jump attack kind of thing.
Yeah, and you would expect your jump attacks to be like stronger
Yeah.
or cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think, what was the game that had that? Besides Elden Ring, obviously.
I mean, like every other game had
Yeah, right.
attacks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Games that don't let you jump is like a weird limitation.
Yeah. It's such a
It takes you out of the immersion.
yeah. One gripe for me too is Elden Ring is not Elden Ring. Expedition 33 is amazing, but it will always.
You could jump in Expedition 33.
You can,
I don't think it has that much of
but you can't fight in any other fashion except for turn-based, which.
Yeah, the turn-based combat system.
And that's one thing I'm worried about with the video game awards, is that every new game that comes out in the next few years is going to be freaking turn-based.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
You don't think every other gaming developer in the world isn't going to try to chase that high?
Yeah.
Chase that high of a turn-based game of the year?
But I don't think Expedition 33 won Game of the Year because it was turn-based.
No,
That's the difference.
that's true. But they're going to try to make such good games that limits their fighting, makes them all turn-based. Baldur's Gate 3 is making this, or Larian's making the new
Like Divinity.
turn-based Divinity game.
That's just what they do.
I'm looking forward to GTA and The Witcher 4 because I know they're not turn-based.
Yeah.
Unless if The Witcher 4 ends up being turn-based, I'm gonna cry in the fetal position.
So, I mean, there's been some disappointments where a game has done that, where it went from live action combat to a turn-based system. The one that I know that I remember the most was Metal Gear Solid. So Metal Gear Solid 2 came out on the PS2, and they're like, oh, there's going to be a Metal Gear Solid game on the PSP. I'm like, oh, yeah, finally. Get Solid Snake going on the PSP on the go. So it comes out, and then it was like Metal Gear, it was called Metal Gear, what in the world was it called? It had like a very colorful like look to it.
Mm.
There's like a weird I gotta look that up. But basically it was like you ever play Final Fantasy Tactics?
No, I keep seeing a bunch of it, but no, I haven't played it.
Okay, so imagine you ever play like, I don't know. So imagine like Metal Gear Solid, but in Baldur's Gate 3. Where it's like
Right.
you're moving, you have limited movements around a map,
Mm.
and then you're like turn-based battling now some, some other soldier or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was like the biggest disappointment. Metal Gear Acid is what it's called.
Mm.
So it's like going from Metal Gear Solid to Metal Gear Acid was like a huge disappointment.
Yeah. I bet. I bet.
Yeah, and then it took like forever to get a real Metal Gear game after that.
Yeah. I really thought that we were gonna see something from Santa Monica at the Game Awards too. Because
Yeah, who knows what they're doing right now? They're probably doing nothing.
there's
They're
talk.
sitting on their laurels right now, watching everybody else make AA games with less money and winning Game of the Year. That's what they're doing right now.
Yeah. Probably.
When they should be making next gen God of War.
What I think the AAA studios should be doing, what they have been doing, sort of lately. Some of them, like the glorious few, they're making good games still. So like CD Projekt Red, they made Cyberpunk. They're doing The Witcher 4 right now. I really hope they do another Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Because that like killed live service games for a while. But it also kind of hurt themselves when it first launched because it was kind of bad when it first launched. But they like really brought it back. It came back swinging with the new DLC and everything.
Yeah.
So there are still companies that are fighting back against the live service BS. What was that one that they were nominated for Game of the Year this last year? I mean, this past couple weeks.
You talking about
Warhorse.
Warhorse?
They made Kingdom Come Deliverance
Oh, okay.
too. That's still on my backlog because it looks really good. It's very much more RPG.
Yeah.
Like you're pretty much just in a realistic medieval time, swinging swords, shooting arrows, that kind of stuff. Like I like games like that too.
Mm-hmm. Have you played the first one?
No.
Yeah, I played the first one. And it was pretty good. Like everything about it looks really good.
Yeah.
All the dialogue, all the story and whatever. But I only played like maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. And like at first they set you up on some missions to get you acquainted with the controls and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they finally kind of like let you loose when you're out of the tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was the funnest part of everything is I found, and it's kind of the way I play RPGs, is I found the gambler guy
Mm-hmm.
he's like rolling dice or doing some dice roll or some other type of rolling something on a table. And I just gambled my little bit of gold that I had. And that was like the most fun.
Did you go broke or did you get rich?
I think I went broke.
Well, that's probably how it goes.
Yeah.
See, realistic.
Yeah. And then I had to do more quests to get more gold. But I was like, oh, maybe if I attack this guy, like lose all your money and then attack him and then steal your money back.
Yeah. Did that work?
I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't remember. This is like a year ago or a year and a half ago.
Yeah. I didn't realize they were so close in development.
No, well, that game came out like 6 years ago.
Oh.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the way I play RPGs.
Yeah,
But
no,
just from that
sounds...
little, just from that little play time, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Like I can see why it's nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah. A new Fallout would be cool too. A new Fallout, just like Some type of really good RPG.
I would like a remake of the first Fallouts,
Yeah, like a remaster.
1 and 2. Not a remaster, like a remake.
Yeah, like they're doing with Lara Croft with the
Yeah.
Tomb Raider games.
Yep.
The new Tomb Raider game. The one that comes out next year is pretty much a complete redo of the first Tomb Raider game. And it looks really, really good, really pretty
Yeah.
in more than one fashion.
Yeah, and like that's what I would like with Fallout.
Yeah,
I
okay.
have I have a cousin that's like, Fallout's the greatest, it's one of the greatest games like
There's a lot
ever
of people
made.
like that. There's a lot of like crazy diehard Fallout people.
Yeah. And I remember around that time, so like getting on the internet and I see this picture of like Fallout 2. It was like Sons of Steel or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? The cover of it. And I'm like, this is the coolest like image ever put on a game like
Yeah.
box. And it's like this like, this helmet
Mm-hmm.
and there's like fire in the background and there's like fire reflecting all off this guy's helmet.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the craziest, like,
The Brotherhood of Steel.
yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. Have you seen the show?
No.
People say it's probably one of the best video game adaptations. I mean, I still think Arcane probably tops it, but it's close.
Hmm.
And I mean, the main girl from Fallout, the Fallout show, is also in Arcane as Jinx or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
so that's cool. I think there was a big thing going around about how she's like real into games. Like she likes to test out the source material and stuff.
Hmm.
So like that's a big deal in like video game adaptation. If you don't know the source material, don't bother remaking it.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, especially with like Henry Cavill
Yeah,
and
yeah,
The Witcher.
yeah. He quit The Witcher because they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't want to be faithful to the source material.
It's kind of like Elijah Wood quitting Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
because they're like, you're getting too far off from the books. Like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Did that really happen or is that
But that's like the same level of something happening like that.
right. Yeah.
So when you're starved and like
Yeah.
quits.
Yeah. And the new Witcher guy. I mean,
Hemsworth.
that new season was pretty decent, but it had a glaring problem, and that was the fact that Cavill wasn't the Witcher anymore.
Yeah.
That's-
I would say that's a problem.
Yeah. The new season of the new season of Fallout just started, and the big iron on his head, you know that song? That scene in the new episode is like top tier, like peak video game television. Like the way they put that together, the way the whole thing happened, it was like perfect.
Yeah. I still gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's really good. Like peak video game adaptation. You still gotta watch Arcane too. Arcane should be number one on your list. Like that's
I want to see Cyberpunk,
art.
Edge Runners, Arcane, and then maybe what's that one? And then probably like Fallout. And then The Last of Us, I'll never watch.
The Last of Us is the first season was really good. The second season, it's like they're running towards the touchdown, and then they just take a 90 at the 10-yard line and just run out into the street and then get ran over by a bus.
What?
That's the second season of The Last of Us.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll watch the first season.
Yeah, the first season's great. The first episode is like very good. With Joel's origin story and everything. It's very well done.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this Fallout 2 picture just to show you. It's like totally.
Type in the Fallout Brotherhood of Steel image.
So I looked up Brotherhood of Steel, and that was a Xbox game.
Yeah, it was a separate game.
Yeah. But the one I'm talking about is, I think it's Fallout 2. which has a different name. But this is the main, like, so this dude here, this is the actual like cover,
Yeah.
right? But there's a picture of this guy which is surrounded in fire, right? That helmet.
Down below. What's that down below?
No, that's not it. It's like a totally different type of thing. I'll have to find it. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah.
Because this is like a core childhood. Like, I'm like, after I saw this picture.
Are you sure it was a Fallout 3? Fallout 3 was kind of when it became more of like a 3D game instead of it was almost, the first two were like almost more.
They're top-down isometric.
Yeah.
Type. You're running around, almost a dungeon crawler without the dungeon.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Instead of dungeons, it was vaults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like, no, this image did a couple things, right? I'm like, one is the coolest picture that was made. I'm like, two, this picture was made using a computer. Like, it looked 3D, like that. The cover is like a CGI, 3D model of a dude. I don't know. And then I'm like, this is like the coolest thing. I want to make art like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is kind of what I want to get into.
Yeah, I mean, that was back before Bethesda. Was it even Bethesda at that point? I don't think it
I
was.
think it was.
Oh,
I think that's how they started.
because I don't think Bethesda started Fallout. I think they took it over.
Yeah, maybe. That's another thing. I'm not too knowledgeable about like pre-2000s like game development
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
All I know is like Micro Prose. What else? What else were big back in the 90s?
Nintendo,
Nintendo, of course.
Sega.
Yeah, but like PC games. When it comes
Yeah.
to PC games,
Well, that was like a almost black market gaming thing. Like there was so many little companies making stuff, and it was just like off the whim, not realizing it would become a legendary IP.
so maybe we've come full circle because that sounds exactly what's going on today with indie.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Did we just have an epiphany?
we stumbled onto our answer right there.
Yeah, this is how we get more legendary IPs. Just let the indie devs go crazy.
Yeah. See, and it's different. Like the PC gaming back, now that we're talking about it, PC gaming back in the 90s is different than console gaming in the 90s. So back on consoles like Nintendo, you got your NES or Super Nintendo, people that were making games were approved by Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah.
PC games, not approved by anybody.
It was a Wild West.
Yeah. Indie games today, not approved by.
They're just going crazy.
Not approved by any major,
It's like
publisher.
the underground gaming community.
Yeah. Maybe that's what makes Expedition 33 so good. It's like
they had no oversight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it. We found it.
Yeah, I guess we did. Just struck gold.
Got our answer. All right. Well, that kind of wraps up our time for today.
Yeah, it does.
It's the end of our lunch. So, yeah, like, subscribe. Join us next time.
Go join YouTube University and make your own game.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.